Welcome to another edition of O Reacts with your brother, Puerto Rican Omar. Alright, today's video is for the channel, the Cj Werlerman Show. I must say, I like it. He is not a Muslim, but I have so much respect for this guy. He just seems to be somebody who just seems to be honest, man. And he just seems to be for what's right. And he sees the injustice being done against Muslims. And he's all about exposing these terrible things that are these injustices that are being done to Muslims and the Muslim world. So I have the utmost respect for this guy. He seems to be very honest. And I love that. I respect that. Doesn't matter if you disagree with me or not. We don't have to believe in the same thing. Like I always say, for me to respect you. You just got to be real. Just be sincere. That's good enough for me. This here is called Why So Many Celebrities and Westerners Converted to Islam in 2023. Let's watch this.
Hello everyone, I'm Cj Werlerman. Please don't forget to subscribe to our show. Now let's get into it. A number of American and international celebrities renounced their Christianity and converted to Islam during Ramadan 2023, and we will reveal their identities in a moment. But first we must acknowledge that the holy month also bore witness to some all too familiar scenes, with Israeli stormtroopers attacking Palestinian worshippers at Islam's third holiest site during Ramadan prayers, as Muslims when mosques were set upon by radicalized Hindu supremacists across a half-dozen Indian states. We continue to monitor these situations and will cover ongoing developments right here on this program, as we always do. But that's it.
And you're probably going to see me do a number of this man's videos because he has a lot of good stuff. He uncovers a lot of stuff, and sometimes it's nice to hear like somebody like this, right? Because you got people that's not even religious. So they're not on the spectrum on either side. A lot of people are agnostic. They don't really believe in anything. They're just not sure about anything. So their position is, I don't know. So they're pretty much on the fence. So to see somebody else that's like that expose these things in an honest way, I feel is very beneficial. Let's continue.
Ramadan 2023 also produced its fair share of good news and uplifting stories, as the world's Muslim population surpassed 2 billion people during the holy month of fasting, therefore continuing Islam's unstoppable trajectory as the world's fastest growing religion.
Allahu Akbar.
And as we reported on our recent episode, Islam is enjoying unprecedented growth in unexpected places.
Growing numbers of young Australian men and women who are converting to Islam.
One of the world's largest religions is gaining followers from a very unlikely community. A growing number of Hispanics are changing their religion and following the teachings of Islam.
The number of converted...
That's right. I'm one of them. Alhamdulillah. And I always say this. If my people only knew what Islam is, they will come in droves. They just don't know. They believe whatever the news says. Whatever the media says, they believe it. And it's not only like the English news channels, it's the Spanish ones too. Because they're all owned by the same people. So, but anyway, let's continue.
Muslims in Norway increased to at least 3,000.
4000 personnes en moyenne chaque année, généralement des jeunes, et de culture ou de foi chrétienne choisissent de devenir musulmans.
We love reporting these stories because countering injustices in the Muslim world doesn't require only demonstrating how Muslim populations are often occupied, bombed, and repressed. It's also important to show how Islam delivers spiritual and emotional fulfillment to Muslims living in non-Islamic countries. I mean, did you know that more than 30,000 Americans convert to Islam every year in the United States? I didn't notice until recently, but this means nearly 1 million Americans have converted to Islam since the start of the new century, just like this new Muslim here.
And through that, I was able to understand and really fall in love with Islam, honestly. It's a way of life. It's a beautiful way of life. It has guidelines for every single thing in life.
Her story is just one of a lot.
And let me say something about what she just said. It's guidance for every part of your life. And I've said this before, that some people might look at that as like, oh, they trying to tell me how to do everything. But if you think about it, who knows better than the creator of the universe? So when it comes to dealing with every aspect of life, what's better? People coming up with their own ideas where everybody has their own opinion? You can't get unity off of that. Not when everybody differs. Or you have the Almighty that created everything. Allah Azza wa Jal. And He tells you how to do everything. It's really empowering and freeing, because you don't have to sit there and try to guess and figure it out and possibly be wrong and this and that. No, you leave it to Him. He gives you the guidance, you follow it. And by doing that, you're successful. And let me tell you, I know for a fact, if you follow it, you follow Islam the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells you to, you will be successful. You will see it in your life, and He will confirm to you that He's real. I guarantee it. He will give you sign after sign where you're just blown away to show you that you're on the right path. And it's really beautiful. It's very touching. Because when that dawns on you, it hits hard. When I ponder over Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I swear my soul trembles. My soul shakes every time I ponder over Him. It's incredible. I hear His words in His original language, and without even knowing always what it says, I feel it. He proves Himself to those that are sincere and seek Him. And I'm grateful. And I'm going to be grateful to the day I die for that. Alhamdulillah. Let's continue.
Large and many, given roughly 2,500 Americans converted to Islam during Ramadan 2023, including prominent American and international celebrities who left their former Christian beliefs behind to embrace the Islamic faith, including Charvarius Ward, an NFL footballer for the San Francisco 49ers, who performed his Shahada during the holy month.
Testify and testify that there is no God but Allah. Testify and testify that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Congratulations.
Award-winning Nigerian actress Mercy Agbe also converted to Islam during Ramadan. She explained to reporters how she's embracing her new faith.
So I've learned how to pray. Yes, I've learned how to pray. I'm still learning. It's still a learning process for me. And I know with time I'll improve. I'm hoping to go for Hajj this year by the special grace of God, inshallah. And, so it's a learning process.
But before we go on, we urgently need your help to expose and counter.
And much love to these new brothers and sisters. So much love. Just know you got 2 billion brothers and sisters out there. Your family grew to 2 billion. the moment you said that shahada. Allahu Akbar.
Injustices in the Muslim world. So please consider supporting my journalism at patreon.com/Cj Werlerman. You'll be helping me bring these stories to a broader audience. Thank you. Now back to our show. Popular Ugandan rapper and teen prodigy Felicita D. Superstar also converted to Islam during Ramadan. She even rapped about her conversion with a Ugandan television station. Last year, we produced an episode explaining why Muslim men are dominating boxing and the UFC. Well, Australian UFC fighter Jack Matthews converted to Islam during this year's holy month.
For those who don't know, I'm Muslim. Man, I don't want to start with the story. We reach a certain point where it's not enough. The things around us are not enough to motivate us and keep us on the right path and keep us disciplined. There needs to be something else. And for me, it was guidelines on ethics and morality, and obviously believing that there's something else out there.
Meanwhile, in the United States, American Muslims are also noticing a sudden uptick in new converts at their mosque, which is remarkable given the level of anti-Islamic propaganda the American public has been subjected to since the 9/11 attacks.
Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, they try to extinguish the light of Islam, but it only grows brighter. So even with all the lies and the hate, the negative media, even with all that stuff, doesn't matter. And it just goes to show you who's in control. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in control. So never despair, don't worry. Just know that He got it. The best thing you could do is just follow His guidance. Do what He says to do. Be faithful to Him, and you will be successful in this world and in the hereafter.
Most American Muslims who are reverts have a similar story if they were around during 9/11.
It's quite astonishing. And during the past few weeks, we found no fewer than a dozen videos showing Americans converting to Islam during Ramadan 2023, like this one here and this one here. And as you can see, these conversions are occurring across a wide range of racial and ethnic identities, therefore illustrating once again how racism is totally absent in the Islamic religion. We even found a video of an American converting to Islam at a mosque in the Middle Eastern country of Kuwait last week. But a story that stands out as a wow moment comes from Tacoma, Washington, where a security guard converted to Islam during Ramadan after learning about the religion while guarding his local mosque.
I bear witness there is no God, that there is no God worthy of abortion, except Allah, And I bear witness, and I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. It is the messenger of Allah.
And let me tell you, man, that makes me so happy, man. One of the things I love the most about Islam is the diversity. You saw him? Would you look at him and think that would... Let me see if I could get him back on this screen. Look at him. If you saw him, would you think that's a Muslim? I wouldn't. And then listen to his accent. He got one of them southern accents, heavy. You would think something totally different. But sincerity has no colors. It has no ethnic bounds. There's sincere people and bad people in every race, in everything. So I love to see the sincere people. And Allah guides those people. He guides who He wills for whatever reason that He wants. And let me tell you, if you're totally sincere about Him and you want Him, He will guide you. He will not abandon you. Because Allah is not unjust. He is the most just, the most merciful. So you see people like this brother right here. It really brings joy. And look how different he is than all the different people. They all look totally different. They're from totally different places, different walks of life, different statuses, all that. And they all being unified as brothers and sisters. Let's continue.
Coincidentally, the exact same thing happened during last year's Ramadan, when a security guard converted after being emotionally moved by the warmth and friendliness he had received from the Muslims he had been assigned to protect.
I think this is a pure example of bringing somebody to Islam by just our behavior.
Excuse me, I'm a very emotional person. This is a very special night for me. Very special to be with my brothers. And I just want to say to all of you guys, you know, the love that I get here is unconditional. It's unconditional. Every last one of you gentlemen who I meet at the door, who I greet at the door, from my heart, I truly mean you are my brother. When I stick my hand out to shake your hand.
Whoa, I gotta pause it there. I'm getting choked up here. Hold on. I need a timeout or something. Woof. Woof. Hold up. All right, let me get back to it. Look how grateful that brother is, man. Is that not sincerity? Look how grateful he is. And this is why we have to behave as Muslims. We have to show the Muslim way, the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to be. Following the example of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because you get the results are like this. Look at that. Look at that impact. Look at how Indonesia is the largest Muslim population in the world. There was no war, conquest, nothing. It was the behavior of brothers on their deen. Not just talking it, but living it.
That is my love that I have for you. I will put my life on the line for each and every last one of you.
Look how powerful that is. What he just said. He'll lay down his life. We get one life. I'm pretty sure even the biggest God hater values his life. Everybody values their life probably more than anything. And he's willing to lay it down, to lose his life, to give it up, to defend his brothers and sisters, to defend Muslims. And I feel him. That hits me hard. Because I feel the same way. I'll lay down my life for any Muslim. Let me tell you. This is powerful stuff, man.
Others converted to Islam while traveling through Muslim countries, like this Ukrainian woman here, who embraced her new religion after being emotionally moved by the Islamic call to prayer during her visit to Turkey during Ramadan last month. And not too far away, in the United Kingdom, it's reported that 5,000 British citizens convert to Islam each year, including popular YouTube personality Obaid Fox, who converted during Ramadan 2022, but made his first trip to Mecca during this year's holy month.
Right now, we are doing our tawaf, which, if you don't know, is you go around the Kaaba, you go around it 7 times. So we are now on our first of 7.
But let me finish with,
Inshallah, Allah allow me to go and make Hajj one day. Inshallah. Ameen.
these final words. I'm happily predicting there will be many replies to this episode posted in the comments section below, encouraging my conversion to Islam too. Please know that I am truly humbled and flattered that such a large chunk of our audience is praying for me to become their Muslim brother. It's super touching, it's incredibly moving, and I'm deeply honored. But I really don't know what more I can say at this point in my life, other than to say that life, as we know, is a journey, and doubt is the beginning of wisdom. And because I still hold doubt about the making and order of the universe, then maybe I'm at the beginning of something. Who knows? But no matter what happens to me, be sure that I'll continue to do what I've been doing for the past almost 15 years.
And yes, man, may Allah guide you, brother. I mean,
As a journalist and human rights activist, to give a voice to voiceless and oppressed Muslim communities around the world, which has always been the sole objective of this show. Anyway, that's my time for today. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we kindly ask that you please support this endeavor by becoming a member of this show at patreon.com/Cj Werlerman. We can't produce, sustain, and grow this show without your help, and we offer exclusive benefits to those who do. But for now, good night, good morning, wherever you are, and stay blessed.
wow. I told you guys, I really appreciate this, brother. I appreciate his efforts. I appreciate his sincerity. I appreciate his goodness. And may Allah guide this brother. May he become a Muslim one day. Inshallah. This was very moving for me. I don't like to get like that. I don't like feeling super emotional or nothing like that. You know, when it hits hard, it hits hard. I'm going to leave it right there. To the next one, inshallah.